Hello and welcome back to another episode of our free-to-play Pool 1 to Infinite. Uh, we're going to get started on episode 5 right now. If you saw at the end of our last episode, we did leave the game a little bit early. And our deck needs to be updated again because we switched this off for someone. Uh, you saw that we left early to end that episode because I wasn't sure about the timer. We didn't collect our missions, so we might as well go ahead and do that. We have plenty of credits. We just need to unlock some more boosters so that we can get our collection level up and unlock some better one drops. This deck is not ideal. Most of the one drops are coming out. Hawkeye, Misty Knight, Uatu, Medusa, Bishop. These cards are all not ideal. Those are the ones you're going to want to replace. Everything else is staying in the deck, though. The Ant-Man, Nightcrawler, Star-Lord, Ironheart, Wolfsbane, White Tiger, and Odin are all very likely staying in the deck. Alright, we did get Uatu on turn 1, so we can see that the Super Flow is in the middle. That is actually, this is one of the very few times that Uatu on 1 is useful, because we would have played into the Super Flow. As a result, we're gonna dump into Subterranea as much as we can ahead of time. Oh, they got Uatu as well. Interesting. Even though they had Uatu and they can see Subterranea, they're still probably, because their bot's going to play into New York. So I think I can expect that to happen. We're going to play like this. It's a shame. Our hand is actually very, very light this game. The Superflow is not going to be very helpful because we're going to get 5 rocks from Subterranea. So we're not even going to be... It's very unlikely for us to draw the Tiger and even play the Tiger a turn early. Hoping we don't draw a rock. We did manage to draw Nightcrawler. That's pretty good. I'm going to just commit here. I don't need to wait. Although I suppose we have infinite mana. There's no need to go in this turn. By waiting, we are able to get our Tiger out a turn early. I'm very happy with that. So we'll play the Tiger. We have 5 rocks in the deck. It's very unlikely that we actually get the benefit. So maybe we play the Tiger in New York. No, this is fine. We'll just play it. We could have actually waited a turn again because we have so much mana. But there's always a chance we draw Odin and we're happy we played out. We still haven't drawn a rock, which is pretty crazy, in my opinion. We will play like this, and then if we draw Odin, I can just move the Tiger into New York, move Nightcrawler out, and play Odin there. But I think we're not going to draw Odin, so I'm going to snap here since we have enough power to win. And then it's very likely that they have some rocks in hand as well. Okay, I'm going to move the Nightcrawler left, I'm going to move the Tiger in, and we're just going to play Wolfsbane. And that'll get us to 17 power in the Superflow. This was the winning play. If we tried to commit to New York, we were going to lose. So, very happy we made this play. we do need quite a few more boosters. So, good to see him on Star-Lord. Just hoping. Kamar-Taj is the best this deck can ever see, so we're just going to snap on turn 1, even before looking at these Avengers Compound and Sanctum. So we found the Sanctum with Uatu, which is awesome. We would have played an Avengers Compound on turn 1 and then Sanctum on turn 2. We have pretty much everything we want to see, except for 3 1-drops. But we're going to win the Sanctum if they don't play into it. We don't even need the Nightcrawler there. We'll move him out later. In fact, an argument could have been made that I should have played Nightcrawler on Kamar-Taj for the Wolfsbane, but I think we'll have plenty of power without it. In fact, I think we're going to have too much power because the Tigers are going to go in Sanctum, so we're... actually, the Tigers not, because we have to play it in Avengers Compound. Because Avengers Compound exists. We did forget that on turn 5 we have to play it there. So, I think with that being the case, it might be better to Star-Lord in Kamar-Taj, and then Odin will win Kamar-Taj for us. And the White Tiger will go where it goes. But we've already won Sanctum. We can move the Nightcrawler later. And that's a win. If the Tiger goes in the Sanctum, then we're just moving Nightcrawler out. And if it goes in Kamar-Taj, well, that's fine too. We've already won Kamar-Taj. We already won the Sanctum. The Ironheart buff is just better than a Tiger right now. It's going to give us plus 12 power. A Tiger is going to be plus 7. So we should be definitely playing in Kamar-Taj. We've already won Sanctum. We could move the Nightcrawler out, but it's better to guarantee that they can't just play White Tiger and win if we miss all of our buffs. This just wins more times, but it is definitely possible that we could win all 3 lanes. I think it's not worth risking the loss for 10 Season Pass XP. But we probably could have won all 3 lanes if we just wanted to move the Nightcrawler mid. Or at least taking a chance at it without having much risk. We did miss anyways, so it didn't matter. We only would have hit 11 power. And that would not have been enough. Because they have 14. Oh, they actually have 20. Because all these Sentinels in Kamar-Taj. 24 even. So much extra power. Bots and their lizards. Yep, they love lizard. Lizard. It's a great way you can tell something's a bot because lizard is the worst card, I think, in the game. Somebody was trying to say that Hawkeye is the worst, and I could see where they're coming from. But lizard is a 2 mana 1 power. And that's crazy. It's even worse. Oh, we hit Uatu again. We have 3 1-drops. It's great to see. Icebox and Danger Room. So I'm just going to play into the Danger Room ahead of time. We're going to double up. Hopefully Icebox doesn't ruin our day. If it hits Star-Lord, I'm happy because we don't really care to play Star-Lord. We're happier playing our 1-drops. If it does hit one of our 1-drops, life sucks. Oh well. We hit Misty Knight anyways, so we can still play this. People want Lizard to be 2-6 to 2-3. Do I agree? No, I don't agree. I think that after the downside, it only being as good as standard power is too good. So I definitely disagree with that. They're getting too much benefit for that. Oh, we got Cosmode. So we can't commit left. We have to commit mid. I'm just going to play the Wolfsbane ahead of time because the game plan is to play Odin on the Wolfsbane lane. So we play Nightcrawler +1, and then we play Odin on the Icebox. There's a chance we just play Odin in the Baxter building just for total power. They did discard their Iron Man, so we could actually win. Oh, never mind. We're just going to play the Tiger, and then we'll Odin the Wolfsbane and Tiger. We snapped late, so they're probably going to forfeit. Fortunately, the Tiger went right. If the Tiger went left, they definitely would not have. But this does always win. This is going to be 8 power plus an additional 4, so this is going to be 12. This will put us to 14 and put an additional 7 in the Baxter building. Maybe this doesn't always win. If they start winning the Baxter building, this loses. It's close. We'll see. Because our Tiger went right, we're a little more stressed. And they have Cosmos, so we can't actually do an on reveal in the Baxter building. It's quite stressful. Oh, and we get another upgrade. That's awesome to see. 2-5 to 2-2. I think it could afford to be better. It just has to have, if it's going to be better, it has to have a bigger downside. I think that Lizard could be something crazy, but it needs to be still the 2-1 or 2-2 downside when it is a downside. It just needs to be better when it has an upside. I'm fine with it being a swing. It just needs to have better for an upside. Two five to 2-2 seems good enough. I think the downside seems fine to still play it if it's a 2-2. I mean, obviously it's not good, but I think 2-5 to 2-2 is still horrible. And for the record, I think 2-6 to 2-3 isn't good, but it's better than the baseline of cards in all situations, and I think that that's wrong for game design. Turn 5, all cards must be played here. Turn 6, they can't be played on the right, so we're going to start filling up the right. And I think this is going to be our Odin lane, since we have to play Tiger here. We're going to give up the Stark Tower. 2-5 to 2-2 makes it a reverse Star-Lord. Yeah, but I don't think Star-Lord's good enough either. Star-Lord's one of the only cards you have in pool 1, so it's good enough to make it into this deck, and it's definitely good enough to make it to Infinite with, but I don't think it's a good card. I think it's just good enough. It makes it into like the baseline of playability, which I would argue is bad. So game plan's now Hawkeye, Wolfsbane, into whatever we draw next turn mid. We could have held the Wolfsbane because we don't have the white Tiger, but 20% of the time we are really happy we played this way. We also have locked down the vault. We're always winning the vault now. But now we just need to win mid. We did draw the Tiger, see? So we're very happy we played the Hawkeye Wolfsbane that turn. We've won the vault. We have the pre-Wolfsbane with Odin, so this is going to be a plus 14 power mid. So we're up to 21, and we're always winning. But yeah, the problem with Lizard is that it needs to be better. It needs to be good enough to be played. If we're trying to buff it, because there's no reason to buff it to where it's still a horrible card. At that point, just don't touch it. Leave it as it is. Are bots at early ranks trying to lose Kitening? Sometimes they definitely are. It played one in the lane, it was winning already. Yeah, it happens, but just like in the higher ranks, there are cheating bots and there are just really bad bots. I've been playing against a bunch of bots that like to retreat, which I never saw my first time playing. Oh, we unlocked Nova. Would have been happy to see that on my main account. We didn't get Nova until we were already ranked 80. I think we were a little higher than 80 when we first got our Nova. Unfortunately, it has been nerfed now, so it is a bit harder to climb with Pool 1. This series would have been much easier to do pre-Nova nerf. You've lost to a number of bots who Shang-Chi you turn 6. They can be tricky. There's tricky bots, and then there are bots that are just straight up cheating. I've lost on my main account to bots Scarlet Witching into a location. I lost a game on my main account. We have a clip. I even have the VOD timestamped because I was going to make a YouTube video for it, where we played a leader on turn 6, and they played Deathlock in their strongest lane and destroyed all of their cards because they knew that our leader was going to take their Deathlock. So bots are definitely cheaters. But not all of them. It's very, like, they have different styles of bots. They have cheater bots, they have they always lose bots. It's crazy. We're going to continue. I want to put stuff into Asgard, but unfortunately, they're not going to play, and 2 power is just not good enough. That's pretty big brain. It's crazy, right? Leader and Professor X are unplayable against cheater bots. Exactly. Alright, we hit Ironheart. So this is going to be our Odin lane. We might as well get it started. So we're going to Ironheart, we're going to Wolfsbane, and then hopefully we're going to White Tiger. We have 2 turns to draw it. There are 5 cards in the deck, so we have a decent chance, especially because we're winning Asgard already. Oh, they morph. Did they get my Odin? They do get the Odin. They get a giant Odin free card here. We're just playing Hawkeye as a 1/1, and it is what it is. We want to save space in this Odin lane, so we're not going to play it on Nova Roma, because if we do win Asgard, we're almost guaranteed to draw the Tiger. Because there's only 1 card left in deck, and we're always playing the Tiger here, and then we're always playing the Odin left. And if that's the case, then it's really good. It's really important we play the Wolfsbane ahead of time. We might as well just play the Hawkeye for the 1 power. Somehow we're still winning mid, even with it looking like this. So I'm just going to snap. And this wins almost every time. It's going to put 12 power left. We're going to randomly get 6 power, and a 7 power Tiger goes somewhere. We did miss very hard, so we're going to lose Asgard. Unfortunate. But I think that's okay as well. Oh, Awatu turn 1 again. This Awatu is actually showing up clutch. I don't think it really matters, because most of the time it doesn't actually change my play at all. For example, we would have played Hawkeye into the mid lane, regardless of if we knew it was Asgard. But it feels nice to be confident with it. See? Cheater bots. It didn't want to give me Star-Lord buffs so badly that it played into Murder World. Anyways, I'm just going to commit to making sure we win Asgard. And then turn 4, 5, and 6, we play in the Icebox with this stuff. White Tiger and Odin plus possibly whatever we drew. We drew the Bishop, or we drew the Nightcrawler, so I think 4 power Bishop better than 2 power Nightcrawler. And I'm going to play Bishop mid. And then the Tigers will both go into Murder World for 14 power there. I think that's better. We are only going to have, what is that, 11 power mid lane. So there's a good chance we still lose. Okay, but we could also just do this. We play a Medusa and Ironheart. And then we play the Odin on this lane. And that wins mid, and we just ignore the Icebox. We say screw the Tiger. I think this wins more games, so I'm going to play it like this. Because we won Asgard, we draw the 2 cards. We hit our Ironheart. And we can play as much power in Murder World. We get to a total of 10. Plus some more if we get the Ironheart buff off. But I'm not going to rely on that. We did hit it. So that's very strong. We're always winning Asgard now. And we could even play 11 power instead of 8 plus 2. So this is a little bit better now as well. So this is going to gain 4. That's going to be 7. So this will put us up to 15, and that always wins. So it's a little bit better than Odin because we made this play instead as well. We would have only had 14 power in Murder World if we played Tiger and then Odin the Tiger, and we also would have had less in Asgard. So just committing to giving up the Icebox once they played the Wolverines, probably always the right call there. We are slowly but surely climbing. We're rank 34. We're almost up to rank 40, where we will finally start to have an issue climbing. Hopefully this is one of our 1-drops, because that is what's going to help us. Strong Guy, we still don't have our 1-drops. Somewhere in this is Scarlet Witch and Elektra, and I think there are some more pretty solid 1-drops as well. As always, we're going to commit mid and right. I think because we have Ant-Man, I'm going to hard commit right and try and get as much there as possible. Although, because we're going to play Medusa, maybe it's better to go mid. We do Misty Knight and then Medusa and then Ant-Man. It's possible we play Bishop on turn 3, and then on turn 4 we play Wolfsbane on his own with Ant-Man mid. Attilan, that's unfortunate. So because I hit Attilan, I just want to dump my hand. I'm very incentivized to just play everything. That way I'm actually getting benefit from it. I am okay with just full committing mid. This is definitely a worse play against players, but since we're still against bots, I think this is fine. While 12 power is not a ton to win mid with, we do have a Ironheart getting sent to us from Attilan, hopefully. I did forget that there are Subterranea rocks, and that it was significantly worse because of that. Definitely would have made a different play. In fact, because there's 3 more rocks in our deck, I want the Nightcrawler to get the buff. An argument could be made that we should be playing in Subterranea, because Captain America is 6 power and Ant-Man is only 4. But we can always move the Nightcrawler over. I'm going to play the rocks just in case we draw Odin. They're each 1 power on the Bishop, so it's worth playing them. And I'm just going to move the Nightcrawler into Subterranea, and that's how we're going to win. Oh, alternatively, we'll play it in Hala. If we draw a rock will win Hala as well. They only have one card in hand, so now they have two. With only two cards in hand, I think that we are a little bit more likely to win like this. This is going to be +5 power in Subterranea. We are still losing to Chavez, but there's nothing we can do about it. I'm not going to snap. Pog late night stream. Hey, Taquin, welcome back. It's good to see you again, man. Yeah, well, you know, I work so much during the week with streaming and work. We're going through so many hours. I get home from my Wednesday work week and just crash hard. You know, I went to bed as soon as I got home from work, and then I wake up in the middle of the night. And so on Thursdays for me, you constantly get this super early morning stream that lasts well into the day. Alright, Sinister London is possibly as good as it gets for this deck. Hawkeye's tough. We want to play it so that it gets buffed by the Ironheart, but I don't want to play it. Alright, they played Blade, they lost a Nightcrawler, it's good to know. If we don't draw something else, we'll... Oh, well, now we can't play Nightcrawler on Sinister London. That's a shame. What's on the right? Alright, so we'll just double up on Uatu. No, we won't. I want to leave Sinister London empty, so I'm just going to play it like this. Then we'll play Ironheart next turn. Twice. It's still nighttime for you, but no, you're just in pain. Oh, we're getting a giant Ironheart right now. We will not get the Hawkeye buff, but it doesn't matter because Ironheart is going to be insanely large. The White Tiger is extremely bad with Sinister London. In my pool 2 version of my Odin deck, I generally don't run the Tiger, and this is why. It's tough with the space. I don't think that the 8 power for 5 mana is enough, especially when it's like split up and it's tough to aim your power. I do think this is enough though. So Star-Lord, if they play in Sinister London, will always win, and then Wolfsbane is just a ton of power there. How has the pool 1 grind been going? We're slowly getting our way to rank 40. And then from there, it's probably going to be pretty tough because we still haven't unlocked any of our 1 costs. So we always won Asgard. We did manage to lose Sakaar, but if we move the Nightcrawler out... No, we're still losing Sakaar even if we move the Nightcrawler out. Although Odin with the Ironheart possibly wins it. We're definitely winning Sinister London. Even if they play something like Hulk, that's going to be 28 power. Maybe not. Honestly, it's kind of scary. We might lose here. We need 2 Ironheart buffs mid to guarantee. And depending on what they play in Sinister London, we could lose because the Iron Man went mid. In cards in particular from pool 1 I want. You can't remember what's pool 1. We are desperate for 1-drops. Okay, I was right. We do beat even Hulk mid. Even if they got 11 power, we still beat that. But now we win right and mid as well. So it doesn't even matter. Looks like they did manage to get 11 power, which is kind of crazy. On 6 mana. Oh, they only got 10. Never mind. We're good. We were playing around 11, so 10 isn't even enough. Scarlet Witch and Elektra are both 1-drops. Basically, we're looking for 1-drops. I don't know if you can see our deck list. We're still playing Hawkeye, Misty Knight, Uatu, Medusa. We need 1-drops. We need playable cards. We definitely don't have them. So We're getting close to finishing all our season pass missions already. So that's pretty good. 15 boosters will be pretty helpful for us. Ironically, we're in the opposite. We're looking for boosters, not credits. Most people are looking for credits, not boosters. Wakandan Embassy is going to make Hawkeye feel a lot better. Because bots generally will only play on the left or revealed locations, we're going to play the Hawkeye left because we're going to play Star-Lord on turn 2. And I'm very confident the bot's going to play into Wakandan Embassy. So we'll just play this. Mantis is also pool 1. That's another one that's really good. It's unfortunate, but because we hit Sinister London and we have Ironheart, I'm extremely incentivized to play Uatu here for the duplicate. So that Ironheart buffs twice. But you know what? We can lose one Ironheart buff just to play Star-Lord here and gain +6, sometimes +9 power. At least the booster cap is increased. You played over 8 hours today and still didn't hit. Yeah, it should take about 10 hours now. Because before it took 2 hours for 200 boosters. So with the cap increased, I should never hit it. You're right. Alright, we are going to lose Asgard, unfortunately. There's just no way we ever get power in Asgard while playing Ironheart this turn. But we're also winning left super hard. We can do this, and then Tiger guarantees all of the Tigers go right. No, one Tiger goes right, one goes mid. And then we just Odin twice. I think that works. It's a pretty solid game plan. We're going to win. By filling up left, we guarantee our Odin drops right, and that there's space for Odin to go on the Ironheart. So it's gonna act very similarly to Kamar-Taj. We do have to worry about them playing 6 cards out, but because of Sinister London, it makes it difficult. So this Tiger is going to send one right, and then it'll spawn a Tiger, which sends one left, and there'll be one spot left for Odin in both spots, on Sinister London and Asgard. They were able to take over the Wakandan Embassy, but there's a good chance that Odin takes it back with the 2 Ironhearts. And even if it doesn't, it's very difficult for them to win Sinister London and Asgard. I was incorrect. The Tiger spawns before the Odin can be sent over, so now I'm a little scared. Although we tied, so without the Blue Marvel, we were winning. And with Blue Marvel, we win the other 2, so we're fine. Have I been playing much on my main? Nope, I'm just doing dailies. Although we did have a pretty awesome moment because our daily quest was win with less than 10 power. We got this awesome screenshot of how to complete the less than 10 power quest. Because that's the deck we've been playing on our main. Alright. We are climbing pretty quickly. I think we might be able to get to... We're going to be pretty close to rank 40 at the end of episode 5 here. It's really unlucky for us to miss turn 1 with 5 1-drops in the deck. But eventually we'll actually get all of them. We'll have 6. We'll have a pretty solid deck. We hit Mindscape, so... we're very incentivized to want to retreat. It's very difficult for our deck to win with Mindscape. Wait, can I link it again? You closed your chat? Yeah, of course. There you go. Alright, because they've committed so little in Monster Island, there's actually a decent chance we can win it. Could do something like this, and the next turn we just play out all our 1-drops. Should I snap? I'm not confident snapping with Mindscape. It's very difficult for this deck to win in Mindscape. Yep, the highest lane is at 0, exactly. And it's because I didn't play anything there. We'll just play the tiger here. We could play it left, and then it guarantees to go right. I think that's better. We can move the Nightcrawler out for something else. Yeah, it is awesome. I will say that that is a 1 in 50 type of game. 10 out of 10 games, you just lose. So, it's very, very often just worse. Alright, oh, they gave us an Odin. How kind of them. So if they're playing Odin, either the tiger goes mid and we win mid, or the tiger goes right and we win right. And if he plays Odin left, we still win, unless Witch does some crazy shenanigans, so it's winning. The bot gave us the Odin, so we will snap on turn 6, but because we knew we were losing ours and we didn't think we were gaining one, it's always right to be scared of snapping here. It's all worth it for that one time, absolutely, but we are just losing cubes nonstop playing that deck. It's too much fun to stop. I'm not going to go play something else, but I think we're like rank 68 now. We're just losing a cube a game. Or 2 cubes a game, because we always let turn 7 happen. We never forfeit. It's too much fun to forfeit. Oh, survey says, what's our mystery card? One drop, one drop. Iron Fist. You know what? It's something. It is a 1-drop. It does make our deck significantly more difficult to play, but it's still going to be better than something like Bishop has been. Bishop has actually been really bad in this deck. In fact, maybe I should be playing Nova, since we got Nova. That's why I speedrun to Infinite and then play meme decks. Honestly, maybe I should have gone for that, but I'm happy just playing the meme decks. I don't think I need to hit Infinite right away. I'm confident no matter what. Like, if we can hit it with pool 1, we can hit it with pool... with, you know, random stuff from pool 3. Let me screenshot the new deck and get it updated for the deck list. Here you guys go. So that new one on the right with Nova up in it instead of Bishop is accurate. You feel left out seeing everyone playing this Faceless King? Well, I hope you can get in soon. The game has been released in the Philippines App Store. So if you can't do any other way to get in, you can always get in that way. Yeah, I'll get it for sure, man. Yeah, of course. Like, you know, we were, you know, over 200 rank last season. So, okay, so the right is going to be Miniaturized Lab. We can definitely sneak in there. But I think more important than that, I guess it's not, because Asgard has to be our Odin lane. So we have to just go for the Miniaturized Lab. Commit this turn and turn 2. And we'll play a Watu and Nova on the Hawkeye. So this is pretty consistently going to win Miniaturized Lab. I'm fine snapping this. I snapped a little bit late, but it's okay. We still win. Oh, we don't still win. This is what I mean. Some of the bots just retreat if they're behind and they see a bad location now. It didn't used to be like this. Filthy Nova abuser. I don't even have a way to destroy my Nova. I'm the worst Nova abuser. Oh, we got Cyclops boosters. That's actually going to get us a new card, because we can finally make our Cyclops not common. Survey says, 1-drop, 1-drop, armor. Play armor plus Nova. Oh, we hit a Watu turn 1 again. It's pretty good. At least when it's good. We've got Hala on the right. I think Kunlun will be our Odin lane. because I'm too afraid to play Ironheart into Hala and then get it destroyed. This feels bad. I have to play Medusa on turn 2 because turn 3 is Ironheart. Turn 4 is hopefully 1-drop plus... I mean, I guess I don't because we don't have it. But, it feels so nice, 1 card every 4 levels. Well, the thing is that all of the cards are bad, so it feels less nice than you think. Because we missed everything, we could Ironheart a turn late. You could do something like this. And then sometimes the Nova gets destroyed. We can be a Nova abuser too. You love to see it. Sometimes the Nova takes the buff though. Nova doesn't get destroyed with 2 power. You love to see it. Because we won Asgard here, we get to draw the 2 cards, so that's really awesome for us. We're just going to Tiger and then Odin the Tiger. Seems like a great way to win this. Snap now instead of later. Like I said, bots have been retreating a ton lately, so I have to snap ahead of time. Yeah, see, I gotta start snapping earlier because the bots retreat way too often. We did hit our Nova. That's pretty awesome. We're getting some collection level. Eventually we'll run out of credits. It'll be nice. These bot retreats are so weird. Yeah, they didn't used to before the before this one. Like on my first run up, we never had to worry about bots retreating, but it's so common now. How easy is it to tell if they're bots? It can change. I mean, something like this is an obvious tell. They just played Rocket Raccoon into the Superflow on turn 1, so it's extremely easy. There are some bots that actually play really well, but they're cheating, so it can be different. We're definitely not locked into playing this turn. We have so much extra mana from the Superflow that we can stall our combo. We don't have to do it right away. Bots will almost always move the Nightcrawler right away as well. They don't let it sit. That's another big tell. Oh, we made it into the Sanctum. And I think it's time. We just play the Ironheart just like this. It's good enough. We're winning mid. We don't need the Superflow mana with our deck. We're... What's the word? Set up to win without it. I will say that if I waited, we would have been more likely to get the... I'm going to play the Wolfsbane for two less power early, so that in case I draw the Tiger, I'm happy I waited. I'm happy I played it, because if I drew the Tiger, I would want to play it. We'll just play the Star-Lord, and then we'll play Odin on turn 6. We snap now. We definitely should have snapped earlier. Yep, because bots are retreating now. It is slowing us down on our climb. We're consistently winning, but the bots are running away too much. You can't be as lax with snapping against bots anymore. Yep. We have to play Hawkeye left because the bots pretty much only play into the known locations. So it's going to play into Sakaar, and then it might play mid, but it's still most likely to play left. They only play Nightcrawler into the unknown. Speaking of which, what is the unknown? You feel like it's better for the new player experience for the bots to play it out more often than not. I agree, but at the same time, I think that. Oh, and I guess they just proved me wrong. This guy plays Angela into the Los Diablos base. I wonder if it's one of the cheater bots. I think it's better for the new player experience, but I also think that it's better for them to learn if it's going the other way. I think it's better for player understanding and learning that the if the bots do retreat early. You had some of the craziest cheater bots today. Yeah, man, we were talking about that earlier. It's, some bots are cheaters and some bots just can't play the game. You never know what you're gonna hit. I think we're very likely to retreat here. We're gonna only hit 15 power, so even if they only have 3 power in Los Diablos base, we're losing it. They don't need almost anything to win. If we draw anything but Odin, we're probably retreating. So this is a 7 power swing mid, which is not enough. So we're always losing mid. We're almost always losing left. We're just going to take the 1 cube loss. It is legitimately impossible to hit Professor X against the bots. It depends on if you're against cheater bots or not. There are bots you can hit Professor X against, but a lot of bots cheat, and you definitely can't hit it against them. Forgot to claim this mission. Gotta get our Season Pass XP. Okay, well, we're never playing there. Bots also play into Lechuguilla, so that's another tell of a bot. Because we're uncertain of what this is going to be and if it'll lock out our Hawkeye, we do want to play right so that we can play the Ant-Man on it turn 2. Hopefully we draw another 1-drop. We do have 6 1-drops in the deck, so 4 left puts us at 50% chance to draw the 1-drop we want to hit. Oh, and even if we don't, we can play the Ant-Man and Star-Lord now because of Superflow. So I am going to go that route with it. Might as well take advantage of Superflow mana. Bots play into Lechuguilla, and they play into Superflow. So it's a pretty big tell. Oh, look, Lizard. Lizard's another tell. Bots love Lizard. I don't know why, but it's just one of their favorite cards to play. And they play into Murder World. Do they always? Maybe they have like coded good bots and bad bots. I had a bot play into Murder World, but I had them avoided as well. Anyways, because we have Superflow, I'm comfortable waiting a turn to do the Nightcrawler Wolfsbane combo. We can just pass. We don't have to rush. Hey, we'll play the Tiger on the Superflow. We managed to get the bot to snap us, which is really good. And we are going to get the Asgard draws, so we're very likely to hit our Odin. There will only be 2 cards we don't draw this game. We're about to draw 3 out of 5. Oh, Watsu, you're late. Alright. So we'll play Medusa, we'll play our Ironheart. We're going to do it in the other order. I don't think we need the Ironheart to buff the Medusa. And then it is a 1 and 2 to draw Odin. There's only 1 card we don't draw. So if we hit Odin here, we are really happy. And even if we don't, we're probably fine. In fact, we could just play all 3 things into Lechuguilla, and I think that wins. So if we play Odin, we need the Tiger to go left to win left, and Ironheart to still buff them. Or we could just do this. Is that crazy? This always wins. And I'm pretty sure it always wins all 3 lanes, but Odin's more fun. So I'll play Odin. I think Odin showcases the power of the deck and what the game plan is a little bit more, because you want to play on, you want to hit your Tiger and your Ironheart. Spectrum, I mean that still wins against Spectrum is the thing, because if they play Spectrum, then they lose mid and right. So even though that loses the left lane to Spectrum, it would still win mid and right. I will say, though, that Spectrum's not one of the plays I consider coming from bots very often. I definitely should, because bots play it, but it's such a bad card that even when it gets played, even if you don't think about Spectrum, does Spectrum beat you? You still beat Spectrum most of the time. I mean, they cost 0. I can wait a turn to play them. Obviously, no reason to play right away if it's free. I can wait as long as I want, unless it gets Scarlet Witched. You lost a lot of 8 cubes to bots with Spectrum? That's crazy. I feel like most times it doesn't actually make that big of a difference. Because even if they're gaining +8 in the Spectrum, in the ongoing lane, the other 2 lanes, they're effectively gaining nothing. Alright, they lost their Gamora, so they don't have as many good big drops. We are going to lose Mindscape, so now we probably want to go in. We finally hit our 3rd drop. So we play like this, and then, oh, that's not how we want to play it. Play like this, and the next turn we'll play Wolfsbane on the Mindscape lane. If we draw the Tiger, we'll play that instead. And then we'll play Odin on turn 5. And who knows, we might even steal an Odin and then get to Odin our own Odin. That would be pretty cool. Although it seems unlikely because of Elysium. So I'm just gonna, in fact, because it seems unlikely, I think I'm down to do it this way instead. We'll move the Nightcrawler out to play Odin. There's a chance we lose Asgard, but we actually want to lose Asgard. So I'm very happy with that. Because we don't want to draw them cards for the Mindscape. We're going to send them a Tiger. I think that's fine. I can live with sending them a Tiger. It's actually a very bad card since he filled up. We definitely should have snapped like a year ago. The bot's almost always going to retreat now, I feel like. Since they retreat way too often. Guess this one's staying in. It's going to donate us 3 extra cubes. And it's just that easy. 38. Alright, that is going to end it for episode 5 of our free-to-play to Infinite. Pool 1 to Infinite, rather. If you enjoyed the video, I really hope you guys can like and subscribe. It helps a ton. Don't forget to do it. And we'll see you next time. Bye.